Hey guys, it's Robin from My Alkaline Vegan Journey, and yes, we are back on the beach. It took me so long to get this doggone website together, and it's still not completely published. If you go to it, it might say that it's expired. Oh, domain name, all that other stuff. But anyhow, we got a chance to finally get from behind the computer exclusively and come out here to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been on the beach for a minute. This is the area where our aquatics division is going to reside. Check that out. Uh, this island over here is called Rat Island, and we're working with some folks to do something with it. And we'll talk about it because I'm going to tell you, well, there's a reputation of, not sharing proper credit. Anyhow, we've got a great plan for not only changing and transforming your frequency, but while doing so, helping so many people in St. Lucia. I mean, so many. The way our company is set up, My Alkaline Vegan Journey, we're actually in place to help kind of bridge the gap where there are loads of places here in St. Lucia that really don't see tourist dollars. I mean, straight up, they don't see the tourism dollars. Now, you got, a lot of places that seem to be concentrated in the Grassy Lay area, like Rodney Bay, that have a lot of foreign help, a lot of, you know, attention and things. It's kind of like the high point of the island. But it's kind of sad because a lot of people work there that are from St. Lucia so they can make money to follow their dreams, which is, entrepreneurship, whether it be, just seriously uh, uh, thinking about their farms so that they can sell the products from their farms to, almost anything, fishing, diving, all of that. So, what I am trying to do, and I feel that we are well on our way, and I'm saying trying because I don't use words like that. I'm really trying to stay completely positive. We play this game called the My Alkaline Vegan Journey positive word game where every word is positive. Once you start thinking about saying all things positive, you start thinking positive. And I'm telling you, from your thoughts, your words, come your actions and your reactions. So it's like, come on, let's do this thing. I mean, we can dictate whatever we want. We just got to be in control of all of it. I mean, even though we have some things that come into light that kind of sway us from what we really intend to do, like laws. No, it's not just laws. Laws help govern us, help us, work together and all of that. But there are some things that are just way out there. But if we can stay in control, first off with our thoughts, y'all, we can master it. We can master all things. Simple as that. Yeah, I just got my hair flipped in a way, and I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know what's happening here. Anyhow, I'm here on the island with Degree, and he is the diver. He's kind of working with us on acquiring all of our sea moss. Let me show you some that we've already gotten that we harvested yesterday. I don't know why I'm walking with this towel. I'm so glad to be back on live. I haven't been live in a minute because we haven't had, internet, and I'm working with one device, which is a laptop. Uh, and yes, that's why I'm on my laptop actually live. Okay, check this out. This is just some of the sea moss that we're drying. And I had so much more up here. Um, once, well, anyhow, these will be purple. Excuse me. It has been the rainy season. We're in hurricane season here in St. Lucia. So it's been raining every day. You know, I caught a little whatever, and I was supposed to fast today, but I want to join you all with fasting. How are you all doing with your fasting? Are any of you fasting right now? Have you all fasted recently? Yeah, this is all the sea moss that we're drying. What I'm trying to do is actually start from the core, which is us actually cleaning out our systems and being able to refill with good stuff. And this should be at the base of it. Sea moss, I mean, this is the wonder seafood because literally it has almost all the nutrients that your body needs in one serving. I think it's estimated about 95% of every nutrient your body needs is in, which makes sense. Um, but yeah, I'm getting ready now to I'm waiting for Degree to get his suit on and get ready to get out there on the water. We're going to be diving in this area right around here. Where you see those bottles? I don't know if you can see them from here, but they're like little bottles that pop up on the water. We're going to be diving in those areas. Now, the reason why I say this process that he has here is just brilliant when it comes to coral restoration and using sea moss to do it. It is just fabulous because honestly, they are symbiotic. You know, sea moss gets all the nutrients, and it seems like uh, the the coral and all, like you were saying, if you put other substance in the water around coral, it'll disappear. But when you put sea moss on that coral, it grows. It's almost like it just latches on, and it kind of it spreads because it's almost like that effect um, where it's literally growing, and it grows the reef as well. And it's odd the way it does it because we can see it over time as we dive how the reef is actually growing because the sea moss is on it. It's almost like a protective layer or something like that. I can't stand this. What is happening with the oh anyhow. So we're waiting for Pedigree to get ready for his dive out. Now we do cut um, the moss from the substrate, and it's about an inch to 2 inches from the substrate. And when we do that, y'all, that thing grows so fast. It really does help grow it when you cultivate it and harvest it properly. I mean, it is reaching out such that it is changing the ecosystem for the area. This conch shells, lobby shells, I should call them. These shells here are ones that you did not have to put on a suit to dive. All of these came because, or are here because the ecosystem changed. When the sea moss is planted and growing in areas on substrate like rock, reef, and coral, it brings a whole new ecosystem. Now, formerly, we would have had to go out in suits with tanks and all of that to even get anything like that. That lobby is they lay on the ocean's floor or on the sea's floor. And they're like scavengers, they eat off the floor. So you find them on the floor. But because their food source, that one that they prefer, is up here, guess where they are? And guess where they're coming? When we harvest the sea moss, we should see the fish and the things that he says he finds in it. And I can believe it because this one substance, this sea moss, basically feeds the ocean. It really does. And they prefer it. They really do because it's full of all the nutrients. And with that, if you're planting the sea moss with the coral, what are you doing? Not only are you building up the coral along with the sea moss, you're bringing the ecosystems. So fishermen won't have to go all the way out deep sea fishing. The food's coming to them. The fish are coming to them. Now I see one big bottle. I don't know if you all can see behind me. I'm trying to see what you all can see. Behind me, there are like little floating bottles between here and that other island. Those are the strings for the sea moss that are growing right now. Um, and that's the areas where we're going to be harvesting. So we're going to get ready, but we're going to go out on a kind of like a kayak and just row out because the stuff is at the surface. Now we do have some sea moss where we have to actually put on suits. And what we're trying to do, and I'm trying to help all of them do it, bring that stuff in, Let's fix the stuff that's out there, especially the dead coral that's out there. We got to get that, replaced. We really have to get that replaced because the coral in the ocean and the waters is just like the trees on the earth. They take in the CO2 that's toxic to humans, and they release oxygen through a process called photosynthesis. They do the same thing with oil in the water. So what we're trying to do is with all this coal and stuff, we've got to get it rebirthed. And this is an excellent way to do it. I mean, naturally putting within the sand the coral and the sea moss, and the sea moss helps the coral stay together. Once the sea moss starts growing, it's on and popping. Now, what I'm trying to also encourage people who do wildcraft sea moss, where they're actually getting it from the substrate, don't snatch it. Don't snatch it. Take some shears. Take something to cut it, and don't cut it too close. But even if you get and it's still right there at the root, it will grow. It will grow. But if you snatch it, it will not. Some others around it might grow over it, but it won't grow there. And that's what you want. You want it to completely cover the substrate. Y'all, what was that? I don't know what that was. Maybe it was my towel flicking. I'm like, I thought somebody was walking up on me. Anyhow, don't snatch it. Cut it. Once you cut it, you'll see how it starts spreading. And that's what's happening. All the gardens, it's like a carpet of sea moss under this water that is bringing in new species of fish and things that really, like the lambi, or some islands call it conch. Uh, they're they're on the. They don't come this close in. You literally have to go diving for them. Especially here in St. Lucia. So having, and like he said, he never seen Lambi or conch this close in. It's only since the sea moss has started to spread in this garden, and that sea moss is going to save that coral. I really do believe that. So our whole program is to do just that. Make sure that this process gets spread around so that we actually see the results, like we're seeing right here, where whole ecosystems are changing for the better. Fishermen don't have to go far out. I just saw divers; they don't have suit the first on, and he had. You see where that uh, ship is out there? Divers here in St. Lucia, they don't think about no suits and stuff. They don't need to. They are natural divers. But there was somebody out there, and that's kind of where the Seamo's Garden seems to have. It's out there, and they're reaping the benefits of that sea moss being out there simply because the, the fish are coming in, the lobster, the lambi, they're coming in. So they go right out there, and we can see them because they have flags and stuff. And right now, I can't. It's so far, but they're out there with no suits on. Got their things for their octopus, their lobster, their fish. They're getting a lot of stuff out there, and that's what I'm talking about. This kind of structure not only enhances the environment, but it is putting people to work. You hear me? It is putting people to work. When I first got here to St. Lucia, I was in Gros Soleil, and there was this older guy. I just met him. 'Cause, I was meeting all the water people, the fishermen, the divers, the captains, meeting all of them. This one guy was a diver. He was older, but somehow or another, he wound up going out with a team of guys to dive for lobby. And like I said, back not too long ago, like 2 years ago, truly, you had to go way out. And this man lost his life trying to dive for lobby because I guess his tank expired. He stayed down too long. His tank expired, and they did all stuff that they could to revive him. He made it to the hospital, but shortly after, it was worse than, I forgot what's worse than the bends, because once your nitric level Something about the nitrogen level uh, gets changed. It could kill you eventually. That mix, and I have to break that down. I did a video on that some time ago, and I'm trying to reflect on my memories, but cannot not doing well with it. But yeah, this is why this whole process just makes it better for all. It preserves the coral. It enhances the ecosystem with things that normally you'd have to spend money to catch. These guys are out there without suits. I can't believe that. They don't even have suits on. They are just straight diving. Wow. So let's wait for Degree. Let's see what's happening. And what's happening. See this. Hey guys, yes, it's Robin from My Alkaline Vegan Journey. I'm in St. Lucia and we're getting ready to do a dive for sea moss. I'll show you how we do it. He's getting ready, getting his suit on, getting the boat ready, and all of that. So, guys, we might have to take a quick break because I definitely want you all to see this. This is where we're going to be diving right over in this area. I'm in St. Lucia, and we're on a beach called Vigi Beach. It's near the airport, the Vigi Airport. It's right next to, I think this is Sandals Resort, somewhere around here. Yeah, guys, I just want, while we're waiting for Degree to get ready, I just want to fill you up with some of the stuff that we have been doing. Now, we just celebrated Carnival, right? Carnival was really nice. We had over 2,000 participants in this one this year, which is really fantastic. And the costumes were amazing. This whole Carnival thing, uh, I love it. I love being able to get out there in the streets and dance. It's really cool. But it was exciting. We went through some uh, other changes because I don't know. I don't know. You got to act right because these are bunches and bunches of women with their naked asses all over the place. So if you were a man, I mean, really, I don't know how y'all handle. I go my way. Let them go their way. I'm telling you, straight up, naked asses, and these are people who are in town and work for banks and stuff like that. So you might see them again, but it's no shame in it. I'm telling you, what I've learned being here in St. Lucia is like be proud of your body no matter how it looks. You understand? And they really are. The outfits that they wear are just amazing. You can tell that they are truly proud of their bodies. And I love that because you gotta love you before you can love anybody else. I don't care what you looking like. But I will say this, some things, because the minds of men are not that strong sometimes. You could be enticing some unwanted attention. So you got to be cognizant of that too. But anyhow, Carnival was like I jumped in every line. I was up there doing my thing, doing my thing. Now I think we have another carnival here in St. Lucia uh, in August, which is next week in Grosse Lake. Like I said, Grosse Lake get loads of attention here on this island. Grosse Lake got Campus States, they got Rodney Bay, and all of that. I'm gonna tell you, 9 times out of 10, that's where tourists come when they come to the island. And all I'm trying to do is just get a little piece of that tourism dollar up to Debal, get it to Garon, Balata, Toulouse, Black Marley, Pave, Rock Hall. I mean, there's so many other places that could benefit from just some tourism dollars, even if it's for an Airbnb. And I have to tell you, for real, yes, some of the areas may need to be improved by the government. And I don't like asking the government for nothing because the things that I think we can do, we should do, like cleaning up your mess that's in that river, like cleaning up the trash that you done threw down the hill that leads to the river. You did it, clean it up. I mean, there needs to be some laws for that because that affects everyone. When you mess up the river, You messing it up for everyone, not just for you. And I see that a lot here, where their main resource, that water, in these certain areas, could be used for other things, contaminated because trash just goes in. We had a nice, good rain, and that rain washed everything. It looks so nice, and wouldn't you know it? Shortly thereafter, here come the bottles and paper wrappers and all that. It's like, I know we have in the United States a lot of laws with littering, and I know they kind of piss you off, but nah, just don't be nasty. It's like, damn, for real, just don't be nasty. Pick your shit up. For real, really, when I come out, I always have a bag. And when I eat stuff, I ain't no way DNA to nothing that's out there left. Because I put my stuff all in my bag and I take it to some place where I can actually throw it away. Because it looks bad. It really does look bad. And not only does it look bad, it's bad for the environment. I mean, you really could use the water source for something useful, like toilet systems. You know what I mean? Like indoor plumbing systems. You know what I mean? They've got a hill on most of these neighborhoods. All the houses kind of go up to the top of the hill. So guess what? You got water at the top of the hill. What happens when it rains? That water's gonna come from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. What kind of power is that? It is power, right? And it comes down with force. Like what? You get that, you will not survive. You understand? It's wide open. If you get caught up in that flush of water coming down that hill, you will not survive it. That's the kind of power it has. Tell me that can't be translated into something useful, right? Now, I'm no thermodynamics engineer or nothing like that, but it just makes sense that it would. But anyhow, I think if they don't have any other laws, that should be one. Make sure anybody who's dumping in the rivers is fined, not just fined, lock they nasty butts up. Lock them up for real. But, for real, I see the potential in things that are being misused. For real. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was out here on this beach, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And do you realize I was sweating bullets? The sun has been blazing since at least, I want to say 7 because I walked here. At least since 7 a.m., just blazing. Now it's noon and it's right overhead and you feel it. I try to step out, step in, especially when I'm not in the water. Oh, look, look, look. We got it going. We got to put on this suit. You put everything together. But yeah, guys, y'all help me pull this thing together because all of us doing it will make it work. It's not a lot either. I mean, when we have our trips here to St. Lucia, join in. We're gonna give you the best price we can possibly put to get you here and give you a great time. The J2E Journey to Enlightenment that we have here is a 7-day all inclusive where you get a chance to really check out everything on the island. You get a chance to check out the farms. You actually get a chance to go in the water diving with us so we can show you how we extract the sea moss and take some home with you. Also, we have the snorkeling and down to the pitons and all the eclectic sites. I think what's different with our tour is the coral restoration and sea moss dive that we have that you can also become certified when you do that excursion with us. Also, we have everything. If you're staying on the beach, we don't have the beach accommodations up and running yet, but we're starting on that. But you'll be staying on the farm in Dubai. And this is a farm of many farms up there, but this is one main farm. It's a Rastafarian farm. Everything grown up there is completely organic. Everything grown there is uh, ital, and we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna let King roll that one down for you. I'm telling you, you got airplanes coming in like what? Let me see. Yeah, 'cause we're near the airfield. Yeah, the airfield. A lot of private jets, a lot of private boats, a lot of people docked all around the island. And what's so really rich about this is freedom is really free here. I mean, I see these yachts anchored. They don't have to pay anything to the island. They have their own thing. You know, ah, when I think about other places where I've visited, that's not always the case. That's not always the case. But I'm going to do another video once we finish doing this one with the dive, and I want to kind of up you on what I've been doing as far as my research. I've been doing so much research on quantum physics. Do y'all realize that they're actually physicists? Physicists are actually researching components of quantum physics, like quantum entanglement and quantum fields. And what's interesting to me about all of it is that they have done this double slit experiment that actually is going to deter. I mean, it's almost like they're saying that this electron, because of its movement and because it can determine if it's being viewed, somebody's watching it, is a determinant of consciousness and reality. So basically, they're saying, and I'm being very, very, uh, you ready? I'm waiting for you. You ready? Okay. Yeah, we're live right now. We're live. You didn't know? Anyhow, so check this out. Um, the electron being able to identify whether or not it's being watched, and they can tell because of its movement, determines reality and consciousness. And I've been down that rabbit hole, y'all, and I'm finding some amazing stuff that I would really love to share with you all, and how that fits in to our human frequency transformation. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's get on to the next spot, and that is going out to watch my boy do his dive. No, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the computer too. I want to record it. I can't. Guess what, guys? I gotta go by. We're gonna have to record this some other time because I guess what we're going out on, I'm not gonna be able to take this stuff. So guess what? We're gonna pick it up again. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll give you updates on my next video. Let me check.